going to do a chakra/tarot reading for you. And in this reading, we're going to talk about what each chakra or energetic center represents in your body. And we're going to draw one card for each to kind of see and assess the energetic situation in your current circumstances. So we're trying to assess, and we're also going to find some guidance for you in this reading, trying to see what you could do to have more balance in your life. So I'm going to get started by telling you a little bit about each individual chakra, and I'm going to use the respective colors that are connected with each chakra to color those chakras. And I'm also going to ask you to, well, first and foremost, and this is the most important thing, I'd like to ask you to find a comfortable sitting position if possible, but you can also be laying down. That's okay too. But preferably sit in a posture similar to this, because that is going to make it easier for you to identify what is going on in the body connected to each energetic center or chakra. But, if you're tired and if it's more comfortable for you to lay down for this, that's also fine. It's not a problem. I would just like to ask you to listen to my instructions and my voice, and try to pay attention to those parts of the body that we're talking about. So, we're starting with the root chakra. This is the very base, the very material and concrete basis of all chakras. It's the origo of the chakra system, I guess you could say. And as you can see, perhaps you can see it written here, it has to do with survival. So when it comes to the root chakra, the kinds of themes and ideas we're dealing with have to do with basic survival, have to do with wanting to find your footing in life, being grounded. And this energetic center is at the base of the spine. This is, in some ways, the most important chakra to assess and understand how stable you are in your life. So, at the beginning part of this meditation, I would like to ask you to kind of try and notice what is going on with the root chakra. What are some of the feelings, sensations, impressions, perhaps emotions that are associated with it, and that you're able to identify here. And while you do that, if you want, you can make a mental note of the kinds of feelings and sensations that were going on with each chakra. But as you're doing this, as you're observing, I'm going to go ahead and pick the cards for you. The card for the root chakra. So let's see what is going on there energetically. Let's put it here. All right, now let's continue with the sacral chakra. That's the next one. After this red circle of the root chakra. And the sacral chakra is somewhere here. It is found below the belly button. And here it's called sex, but that's, kind of a simplistic way of looking at it. I would say that it has to do with the ability to feel pleasure, the ability to be connected with what feels good. And that could be multiple things, not just sex. Of course, sex is one of those important factors, but it's just one of those things. So, in general, it has to do with your ability to feel joy and pleasure, your ability to be connected with that part of you that feels like it deserves the pleasure. All right, so let's see what is going on with the sacral chakra. And again, I'd like to ask you to focus your attention on that area. Try to notice what is going on around there. What sort of psychic information can you pick up for yourself? Some intuitive information. All right. Moving on to the solar plexus, which is to be found in the middle here. I would say around and slightly above the belly button. So it's sort of like the middle of the torso. And it is the most important energy center of the ego. It is called power here. Power in an individual or individualistic sense, I would say, is the best way to phrase it. It's your will, your intention, conscious intention to create, that is to be found here. When I was younger and less aware of myself and my goals and intentions in life, I used to have this very icky and unexplainable feeling around my belly button all the time, as if I was continually falling into an abyss, as if I was continually losing my stability. So it probably had to do with the root chakra as well, but I felt it very strongly in the solar plexus. And actually, this was one of the reasons why I got interested in chakras, because I wanted to understand what this feeling was about. And so I'm inviting you to try to focus your attention on your own solar plexus to see what is going on there. What are you picking up on here? What sensations? What impressions? What thoughts and ideas? But especially and most importantly, bodily sensations. They can reveal a lot. So while you try to assess that, I'm going to pick the card for your solar plexus. Right. Moving on to the heart chakra. This is around the heart, and that has to do with love, your ability to love. This is one of the more self-explanatory chakras, I believe. And the color of the heart chakra is green. So we had yellow for the solar plexus, orange for the sacral chakra, red for the root chakra, and now we're talking about the heart chakra, the color of which is green. It's like a green light, a green traffic light, signaling to other people that you can accept them, that you can receive them energetically when the heart chakra is on, quote unquote. When it is blocked or in some way, shape, or form running below its ideal capacity, we can come across as sort of introverted or judgmental. So it is a very important chakra to tell you about how emotionally open you are. How well you can resonate with others. How well you can harmonize with others in an empathetic way. So again, I would like to ask you to notice and try to understand what is going on there. All right. Moving on to the throat chakra, which obviously has to do with your ability to speak, to express yourself, to speak with your words, but also to express yourself in other ways. In my younger years, I also had a problem with this chakra. my throat would often close up, and it seemed almost impossible for me to speak up for myself. It was a very torturous feeling. But since then, the situation has gotten a lot better for me. So I'm asking you as well to investigate and see what is happening for you in that area around your throat. What are you feeling? Is the energy flowing freely, or is there some sort of a blockage that you can identify? Keep breathing. Keep being present. You're doing great. You're doing really well. All right, so let's see. What the cards have to say about that. Alrighty. Next on our list is the third eye chakra. And that is called perception here in this list. But perhaps a more accurate way of referring to it is intuition. The third eye chakra, which has this sort of deep blue color, indigo-ish. It is to be found within the, or in between rather, the two eyes, but somewhat beyond. It's kind of difficult to explain, but try to imagine that within your head, somewhere in here, above and in between and beyond the two eyes, there's a third eye. That is, I guess, what you could refer to as your mind's eye. So, this third eye can see things that you cannot see with your regular eyes. It's making it possible for you to connect with your intuition, to be informed about things that you could not know about if you were following the information that the world is giving you openly. And most of the time during tarot readings, the third eye area has this very pleasant, comfortable, warm feeling. There's this warm fuzziness invoked in the third eye chakra as a result of the tarot reading, and this is why many people enjoy this. Just the sensation alone is very pleasant, but it's also making you more receptive, more open to intuitive messages. So let us see what's in the cards about this chakra for you. All right then. And finally, let's move on to the crown chakra. The crown chakra is at the top of your head. Let me I don't have a purple colored marker, so I'm going to have to first color it red, and then I'm going to add some blue to it. So hopefully it's going to look purplish in the end. But anyway, the crown chakra represents your connection to the divine. It is the chakra of the ultimate spiritual experience and connection. When you listen to ASMR videos and get into this really meditative state, you can often tell that your crown chakra is being activated by the tingles at the top of your head, pouring down and creating tingles in the back of your head as well. So the crown chakra, it's where you're kind of tuned into the guidance and the rhythm and the harmony of the universe. The root chakra represents your connection to earth, and the crown chakra, I guess you could say, represents your connection to the above, to the divine. So let's pick another card for that as well. And then let's get into the analysis of each individual